less than 2 weeks away now from the midterm primary election here in California, and as we count down to June 7th, we had another politically packed week.
17's Maddie Gannon is here with our political rundown to lay it all out. Maddie?
Moses, Jim, it's been a newsworthy week for many of our lawmakers and candidates, but we'll start with Kern's congressman on Capitol Hill.
Just as I was driving up from Dayton, news broke that they just arrested an individual with ISIS ties from Ohio who was trying to bring people in through the border from ISIS to kill President Bush because they know how to come into America.
On Tuesday, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy kicked off his week with a tour of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base before joining the Ohio Attorney General to talk about the southern border and the fentanyl crisis, pushing for stronger border policies. Later that day came the shooting at an elementary school in Texas, reigniting the decades-old highly partisan political battle over gun control and the Second Amendment rights. On Thursday, while giving merit awards to Kern and Tulare students, McCarthy gave reporters his take on how Congress should respond.
I think what we really need to do, and we had a bill on the Congress just a couple years ago with Sheriff Rutherford, Stop the Violence in School, where we provided a great deal amount of money so schools can go in and fortify, make sure there's one entrance in and others.
And Kern's other congressman, David Valadao, was in Bakersfield today. The Hanford Republican visited small businesses to discuss inflation, supply chain issues, and labor shortages. Turning to the California Capitol, it was a busy legislative week in Sacramento. A group of lawmakers, including Bakersfield Assemblyman Vince Fong, sent a letter to the Speaker of the Assembly to move a bill suspending the state's gas tax to the floor for a vote. The bill, co-authored by Kern Senator Melissa Hurtado, would halt California's 51-cent gas tax for a year amid soaring prices at the pump. Bakersfield Assemblyman Rudy Salas and Fong voted in favor of forcing the bill to the Assembly floor, but the effort failed. Meanwhile, the Senate passed a bill empowering private citizens to sue makers and sellers of ghost guns and illegal weapons. Hurtado was the only Democrat in the Senate to vote against the measure, which passed and now heads to the Assembly.
They know how influential Kern County and Bakersfield is and how important it is to their campaign.
And rounding out things on the campaign trail, the California Republican Assembly came to Bakersfield this week to drum up support for candidates as they hit the final stretches of their primary campaigns. The CRA hosted the event with the Taft and Greater Bakersfield Republican Assembly. The night featured speeches from endorsed candidates, including Mark McKenzie for Kern Auditor, Controller, County Clerk, Brian Smith for 3rd District Supervisor, and Laura Avila for Assessor Recorder.
Candidates that obviously people are not familiar with, so hopefully tonight will help answer some of their questions that they might have.
The Greater Bakersfield Republican Assembly is a grassroots organization. We believe that all politics are local.
The group's endorsements was a rift from Kern Republican activist and consultant Kathy Abernathy, whose list of preferred candidates includes Jeff Flores for 3rd District Supervisor and Todd Reeves over Laura Avila for Assessor Recorder. And 17 News is hosting a debate between Avila and Reeves for Kern's Assessor Recorder position next Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on TV 17. And in the past, it's been an inconspicuous position, garnering little attention. But this campaign season, the race has brought a lot of heat, with the candidates questioning one another's campaign finance practices and party affiliation. It will all play out right here on TV 17 next week. With 17's Political Rundown, I'm Maddie Gannon. Jim Moses, back to you.
All right, Manny's got all the bases covered, that's for sure. Racers, start your